Hello, you beautiful people, and welcome to OG Monkey Business Show. I know you're used to him introducing it, but yeah, I don't know. He gave me the honor this time around.
Today is a new day.
Today is a new day. Yeah.
He's been playing. No. It's been a good day. I did scream a lot, so
Yeah, like,
I am.
I heard it. I was at the venue.
Yeah. Everyone heard it at the venue. I think they heard it outside the venue too.
Everyone heard it, because the whole Berlin was shaking. But yeah, we have N0tail obviously on my right side, and to the left we have two beautiful guests as well. It's Tsunami and KheZu. Well, in the wrong order.
And KheZu, you made it sound like
And
so bad.
I just love KheZu.
Thank you. Thank you, bro.
We're happy that you're here. Yeah.
Yeah, sure
How
you
you
are.
been?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah.
Just chilling in Berlin, watching some games.
It isn't really that far for you, right? Like,
Yeah, 4.5-hour train.
okay.
But it's still train.
Yeah, you
It's
can take
still
a
train
train.
and not
yeah.
plane. Yeah, like it's nice for a change.
Yeah, you still didn't fly over. How is it to just be at the arena without the talent work, just chilling in the crowd like the...
It's nice to like kind of have some time off and chill. But as I've only not played pro for a little while, it's still it hurts me a little bit inside to watch the games.
Yeah.
Not saying I'm better than anyone, but it's just when you see people like win and so on, it's it pains you.
Yeah. Before you tell us how it is for you, Tsunami, like, is it the same for you still? Like, do you still get... I mean, you are competing in Division 2, right?
No, I'm done.
No.
So I stopped after the
He's
first
clear.
season.
He's clear.
I cleared. I tried it out, but no. I'm done. Never say never and stuff like this.
Yeah.
But for now, it's not in me yet. I'm not ready to, sacrifice that it takes.
I mean, it's like you watch the games, right? And the fire just comes up once again.
It does come a bit, and it's also why. I mean, TI was extra intense. I watched TI, and that did give me a lot of urge to give it another go right after TI ended. But I also understood what it takes, especially to make it to majors in Europe. It takes all your time, all your life, all your. You have to be ready to sacrifice everything.
Yeah.
I'm not ready right now.
And sorry for being rude. Tsunami,
I'm sacrificing things. I've been
you've been hyping up the crowd.
I've been
like,
sacrificing my voice.
Yeah.
I can commiserate with N0tail on this one. I'm not trying to do like a ASMR thing for this podcast, but
You sure?
I find myself getting
Always ASMR for us.
myself getting a little hoarse over this.
Yeah.
That's
Talk to me.
We're both dropping octanes, by the way.
Yeah, I've done a great deal of screaming at this event. It's hard to match Slax's
Yes.
impossible energy,
Yeah.
which I also saw debuted here yesterday on this show as well.
Bro, I
He's
can't-
unstoppable.
it's intense. This guy is something else.
He just, like, he makes everything easy.
I know.
You're around him, like, in this business, he just makes everything easy.
He does it all day.
Yeah, so that was what blew my mind, because this is my first time, or this is my second time doing stage hosting in this regard. First time with Stockholm Major, and usually he would be the only person doing it for all day. This was like a rare moment of them being like, oh, let's do 2 shifts of stage host and sideline reporting. And I'm washed every single day after just doing 1 or 2 series. He is talking to the crowd constantly, coming up with bits, screaming at the top of his lungs.
Dude, he literally messaged me because he saw my story that I'm at the venue. He passed me like 5 times. He just passed
It
me.
wasn't intentional.
It wasn't intentional. I mean, maybe, but like, it's pretty intense, right? The crowd is amazing, but it must be pretty intense to be hyping the crowd all the time and working with them. Like,
Thankfully, my ascent to talent was like TI9 was my first TI, and then the majority of the events that I worked after that were like in the COVID time. And so I've only done like a handful of lands with a crowd before. So I still am very green to it, that I still get butterflies anytime someone's like, can I get a picture with you?
Yeah, that's true. Actually.
So I haven't gotten jaded quite yet, so I still have the energy for it, but it does take energy.
and it was a really amazing crowd, right? Like, when OG went on the stage, like, it was kind of hype, right?
I played into it because their opponents were EG, and unsurprisingly, not that many South Americans could make it out to Berlin, but still a surprising number of them did.
Yeah.
Like Swado from the Lima Major organization, he came by. He was dressed up in a guinea pig, the Kui, which is a Peruvian inside joke that I was not privy to, but it was great. But 99% of the crowd were OG fans.
I saw people even scream today for EG. Like they were trying to chant against Liquid or try to match it, which
Yeah, it's
well,
hard.
it doesn't work.
Dude,
but they
telling you,
tried.
There was one girl sitting behind me. She was chanting harder than anyone. Like, the whole crowd couldn't match her. I don't know if you guys heard her on the panel, but she was like, "Vamos, vamos, EG."
I heard the vamos.
Yeah,
No joke. Yeah.
It was one single girl. Like, she was,
Wow.
yeah, big fan.
she's a beast.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But unfortunately, OG went this far, right? But,
Yeah, fortunately OG went far, but also fortunately EG showed some really good Dota. I think I have underestimated South America and their potential as in a bit, but you see how people that want things, they claw their way to get it. And I'm really impressed, as in, I don't think they got a helping hand from another region other than, you know, the raw competition and the losses.
Yeah.
I really have to give it to them. Like the experience that they built for themselves and the Dota that they're building for themselves is challenging teams that a lot of the top Western teams sometimes struggle with. They're forced to be reckoned with. So of course, I'm happy for OG making it that far, but I'm also happy to lose to someone as good as EG. Vamos, you know, Viva Peru and all of South America. I think Dota has a foothold there, which is really nice.
I mean, I don't know which game it was today where they played. They had this Bounty, Monkey King lineup, whatever.
yeah.
Literally at minute 5, 6, 7, 8, it doesn't matter who you were looking at. They're all over the map. Like KheZu and Monkey, they just play fast.
Really
when they get to
fast.
play, like they're just bam, kill here, kill there, kill there. Twin gate, TP, like no space.
was it the Keeper of the Light Kunkka game as well versus OG, or was that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah?
That was game 2, I think.
Yeah, it looked super damn fast. By the way, looking at the Strafe app, like I see that every single team more or less lost 0-2, right?
Yeah,
Nice one.
it was a bit of a
Smooth day.
blowout.
Yeah, it was a quick day. I mean, there was 2 zeros everywhere.
Well played.
Well played.
Thank you.
No, but it was I don't want to say like a stumpy day because I don't think it was all stumps. But it was a 2-0 day. Like you could say that some games were more like falling flat, kind of like OG series, but also the 9 Panda series. You had this really epic game, and then the second game was But we did see also comebacks, which I didn't really expect. Definitely in the 9 Panda series.
I thought that game was over.
Yeah.
I came in and it was like they were like up 12K.
It was super over.
15K. Yeah, I was like, oh, smooth sailing. You know, they kept doing the rupture tossback, like playing super clean.
Yeah.
But then like they just kind of messed up one fight, and then eventually you have this. I like to call them the money printing heroes. Your TB, your Alk, your Medusa, whatever. They just like they just vacuum the whole map. You have all the auras, you buff them up, and then suddenly if you have like a lesser good core or some magic core, TB, he doesn't care.
What do you feel like was the main reason when it comes to mentality? Do you guys think that if you tip Quinn so many times early on, and then you start losing, I feel like you dug a really deep hole. There's no coming back, right?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, that was like.
But that's not true for every player, though. I think some players do get affected by it.
Yeah.
And like the return tips, the through anger lies failure voice lines. I think that could get into
good.
Ramsey's end.
That was
was good. That was tactical.
No, but I think for sure they won the battle. Like, are you kidding me? Gaming Gladiators like soaking up the tips on on Quinn first, and then sending it back like.
Yeah.
Oh, I was full agony. Like, oh my god.
I thought they should have just wait, because I heard other people, they were like, oh, they're killing Quinn, they should tip him. And I was like, I think they should chill. Like, wait, like maybe game 2, if you win, you pop it on the throne. But then the moment I saw like Quinn kill them and him voice line, I was like, this game's done.
We were discussing it actually. We were watching the game together, and Manon is asking KheZu like, should they tip now? He's like, no, they should wait. You know, wait for the throne. Make sure that the
Job's not done.
Job's not done, exactly. But listen to this guy. You know, like, oh, for sure they.
I mean,
did
he
it
knows
properly.
more than me about
It's
tipping.
It's the tip
That's for
game.
sure.
You know, he goes deep.
They should have tipped Quinn like they did. In my opinion, that was the right play. But you're not allowed to drop the ball.
Well, it backfired, sure.
And
I
if
can
you
see
do
that.
drop the ball, there's a chance of it backfiring, you know. But I think there's only one way is to go back into the next game and tip even more. You know, you have to tip even more.
I mean, at that point, you need to double down.
Yeah,
right? Like,
for sure,
you can't just be like, all right, we lost.
Well, I mean,
Ramses
their
is the guy that
gameplay-
started all this bullshit, by the way. That's all on Ramses. So
True.
Yeah. And now he's here tipping Quinn and getting tipped back. It's cosmic irony.
I mean, it all starts in pubs, right? Like, you're still 10k MMR. I saw it yesterday, right? Like when you were playing versus Thompson. You almost won, by the way. Good job. This man took on Thompson.
Close.
It was really close. Like
hotkeys,
he was
right?
beating him. He was actually beating him in CS 10 minutes.
It was
I mean, I'm not even going to lie. It was a little bit hot.
Wait, you couldn't deny or something? What
For
happened?
like the first 2 minutes, I couldn't deny.
Okay.
I couldn't use my courier because I had to change my hotkeys.
Oh, damn.
Then I realized also that, I mean, we all have different hotkeys.
Are you saying
I
that
use my mouse button to like stop, like make my hero stop his command or whatever.
Really?
Like at home, that's your setting?
Yeah, like instead of pressing S or H.
Well, you
So
have
I
like
do
one of those gamer mice with like 5 buttons on
No,
the side
it
or
has like
something
2 buttons. I only use one of
You
them.
use a side button for stop?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's like if I'm about to like hit, I cancel it.
Doesn't it like mess with your movement sometimes? Like
No, it's just my thumb. Like my thumb is like AFK on the mouse like this.
Okay,
And it's like
yeah.
thumb.
Bam! I never heard of a player using stop or hold on this one.
I mean, I still use Han hotkeys in terms of items and shit, so I think I'm a bit,
Yeah,
I'm a bit of a boomer there. But there's some other stuff where, I look to upgrade.
So you do Alt for your
Alt Q W E ASD.
Ooh.
All right, hold up, hold up.
Alt
hold up.
F for TP.
We're all quick casters here or no?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
You're not a quick caster?
I'm a complete
none?
dude. I never changed anything from the moment I started playing Dota.
You legacy guy? Then?
I'm not legacy. I did adopt the
Yeah.
QWERTY, but I'm like my hotkeys are terrible.
Mhm.
I have for my items I have Control 1, Control 2, Control 3,
Why not
Control
just
Q.
1, 2, 3? Or is
Oh
it your
no,
bindings?
control QWE?
and Control QWE. Why not? Because I love micro. He knows it, right? Like I play Meepo all the time.
So those are your Meepo buttons.
I needed 1, 2, 3 for the control groups because I played
Yeah.
Warcraft before. And then imagine when you have a blink dagger and you're shift queuing something. It's like for me, it's like shift control number. Right?
Yeah, you're going ham.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get lost. Is there any other pro player, by the way, that uses the side buttons on the mouse?
I think a lot do.
There's gotta be some.
Everybody
Sure.
uses it, but usually for item hotkeys.
Yeah, whenever neutral items came out, I remember a lot of people were putting it on there because they're like, I don't have any more keyboard buttons
Yeah.
to do it with.
Sticky. I think also S4 uses sticky for sticky and quick buy. That's
Yeah.
so I don't use the items, but I think more people use items, but
Yeah.
I use sticky and quick buy on it.
Oh, okay.
I find quite useful.
I think
Yeah,
quick
stop and
cast.
hold.
I think quick cast is also sick. I mean, I only use it on 2 item slots.
Yes,
Those
I
are
have
the
three
items-
I have 3 items.
Yeah.
But then you also have normal or no?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the rest is normal, and 2 item slots I have their quick cast because
Okay.
they're like my blink hex, blink orchid, or
So I have all 6 for normal, and then I add 3 quick casts. So it's like there's 2 key items for 3 of them.
yeah. I thought about that before. I never got
I
into
think
that.
people are super interested in this. Like you always, whenever someone comes into a chat, they ask,
What's your settings?
Yeah, actually, it happens.
like
every time.
if you
Tinker
come,
players, you said?
yeah, Tinker, Meepo players, if they come in, they always ask for settings because if they
They
think
can improve.
they'll improve.
It's
Same
not,
with
it's not as bad as
Yeah.
CSGO
Yeah.
players, though. They'll walk in, they'll be like, what's your resolution?
Oh,
What's
yeah.
your crosshair? What's your DPI and all that
Config?
stuff?
Yeah.
Config.
Yeah.
Just drop the whole config. That's a little bit too far. Hotkeys, I think maybe it's some wiggle room.
Yeah. By the way, on a different topic, like today when the games were going on, we didn't mention the last series, right? We didn't really talk about
Oh yeah, not yet. Yeah. It's the Liquid versus EG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was
Final series of the day.
also 2-0.
Yeah.
Did you guys enjoy it? Are there any like big moments from it that you liked?
Some of the drafts, I think first how Liquid approached EG by banning out like their monkey and bounty. I think they're really toxic with those. Like Matthew just kind of owns the whole map of that. And then they just stick with their money printing heroes and they buff it up. I thought their Oracle pick was really cool. Same with their
Two games in a row,
silencer.
right? Like you were talking about it. You were mentioning the Oracle, how broken it is into the Pugna, into the Underlord
Yeah. No, so it was Liquid doing it already versus
in the earlier series,
in the-
right?
Yeah, in the series previously, who was against?
It was Liquid
I
versus.
wouldn't know, actually.
I can't remember.
I don't remember
Yeah.
either.
Yeah.
Was it Esther? I think it was Esther.
Yeah.
You have the Underlord Pugna. Like the value of the Oracle Fate's Edict, the
Yeah.
W. It's what spells do you have left on Underlord and Pugna? You literally have the Nether Ward damage dealing what? It's like 50 damage or 25 damage to Oracle for casting it, and then there's Underlord right clicks. That's all you have. This spell destroys these 2 guides. And you have the Q for the Decrep. You have the ulti again as another save versus
Yeah.
DPS. It's like low damage and you can apply the heals. This Oracle value is massive. And then today they get it twice versus Pugna. Was it Pugna Underlord? I think the Pugna Underlord is really smart concept versus this Monkey King or getting like some Ursa who tries to go on you with the overpower or
Just
the
the
Jinko.
crap, yeah.
The
Yeah.
crap, high movement speed Pugna, long range hero with high harass. Like, I see it. It's beautiful. But this one Oracle, you have to respect
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
This Liquid Oracle is so damn strong.
So
And
for the last day, you think maybe it's gonna be banned if.
whack.
Yeah.
My God, I hope there's no more Underlord Pugna versus Oracle. If this happens again, then yeah, people are handing it to them.
By the way,
Sania is more than happy to play it.
Yeah,
His
yeah.
Yeah,
favorite
Boxy
hero.
plays it too. Boxy
That's
played
true.
it the first game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he plays like not as good as Insania, I want to say, because Insania is like one of the best. But these position 4 players, when they bust out the
So-
Oracle, is like
this morning I'm in the hotel, right? Just chilling, waiting for the Uber to come to the venue. Here comes Insania's girlfriend. I never met her before. She's like, "Oh, lizZard, come have
very
breakfast
sweet.
with me." She's as sweet as Insania, right?
nice.
That's true.
And I was just telling her about the times when Insania started playing, like in pubs. I remember him still. He transitioned like you from Han, and he would literally play Oracle and Bounty and maybe Kotl,
Also
Yeah.
Rubik. You know what the Rubik
Rubik?
consensus
And-
was?
and he would narrate every single thing that he was doing. Like,
That's true.
you remember?
Yeah.
Did you play as well? Like, I had him muted like after 3
you
games.
played together.
Yeah, I swapped with him.
Oh my god.
That's why I couldn't listen to his streams. He would just keep yapping all the time
He would
about.
keep the microphone open. It wasn't only like on the stream. He would do it within the game as well. And he was playing
He's too
Oracle
cute.
quite a lot back then too. But the patches have changed since then. Do you guys enjoy the new patch? Like, Tsunami, what's your favorite hero?
Yeah, I would love to play it, except I came straight from Dream League, in which we had 2 days left of the event when the patch dropped. And so we feverishly just read it all over right before the playoffs started, because there were 2 different group stages. And then the second playoff started, and it was like Shopify Tundra was the very first series. And they went ham with Chen, I remember, and I was like, oh, okay. Shopify's figured out this whole patch now. Twin Gates, Chen, that's all there is to it. Day 1, it's solved.
Yeah, that didn't work out.
No, it got dismantled like literally 24 hours later. And so I have not had much of a chance to play. I've
Okay.
had many chances to watch, and I still don't know what's good. Day 1 of this group stage, I was like, oh, it's going to be Doom Beastmaster all day
Yeah.
long. Then Medusa comes rolling in a little bit later. So
Yeah,
that's
that hero
from
is-
the beginning. That's
A certain team tried
the F?
Medusa support. What happened there?
Oh, it worked as intended, to be honest. I mean, put ourselves in a good position, right? It's strong. I mean, Gitrag, oh my god.
You owned that game, no?
Yeah, dude, CM 2 CS, and then you boss fight Medusa 20 CS, man. Yeah, living the life.
They should have won that
thing.
game. Well, they could have at least.
Dude, it was in
Yeah.
their control,
Yeah,
but
for sure.
lots of things, right? And again, I want to give it to EG because 100% they deserve it.
Yeah.
OG fell into new patch traps like Tsunami is talking about. You
Yeah.
think
Fair.
maybe you think something is going on in a certain
Yeah.
way, and you realize, there's more to it.
Yeah, we're not really early into the major, but teams seem to still be figuring it out, right?
I mean, there's way too much shit for you to have figured it out like now already. There's probably another type of Medusa creeping out there that people don't know about.
dude, even the pro players themselves, like I did the content pieces with them
Yeah.
on the media day, which is like the first day before the group stage. And one of the games we were playing is this base race thing, which you may have seen some doing.
Yeah, I've seen
But
them.
they're like level 30, unlimited items, all that stuff. And I think I don't remember which player. I think it was a Gaiman player. Was like, oh, I'm gonna play Arc Warden, and I'm like, oh, are you Dire or Radiant? And he's like, why does that matter? And I was like, well, do you want the range?
Why does it matter? I actually do not know.
Yeah,
I
you
know
don't know?
I know that it's
So there's
changed,
two different
but I haven't
arcs.
played it.
You want to explain?
Sure.
Yeah.
But
So
did I miss out on this too?
depending on
You don't know
which,
either.
You don't know as well?
did no one
no,
read this
continue,
stuff?
continue.
I read it.
I don't know what range we're talking about.
Look,
I'll be filled in soon.
I went to Arc Warden. I started reading it. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I'll just play it. And I never
Technically,
played
the only
it.
one that I can properly explain is magnetic field, but the concept is depending on whether you're Arc Warden on Radiant or Arc Warden on Dire, your hero has
Okay.
certain types of spells, and then your Tempest Double
What
has
the
a
f-
different type of spell.
No, I had
It's
no.
Dire Radiant related. Yeah.
I didn't read that shit.
And so, like, Radiant Arc Warden is normal Arc Warden, but then your Tempest Double will have different versions of the spells.
If you want to
saw.
go into a team in like a couple of months, you will need a diploma.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
As if you didn't need one for Dota already. Now you need a master's degree.
You
Master's
study
degree, yeah.
Arc Warden Radiant. Tell me now. man.
What exactly does Fox do?
So Flux, I don't remember. Do
You don't remember? Yeah, it's. I mean, more or less, right? So I don't have.
I was kidding, by the way. I was just asking. If you don't know, it's fine.
No. So the sparks are. So Radiant, it's the normal sparks that we know, and on Dire, it's shorter time to detonate and less damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Magnetic Field normal still gives you the attack speed, and then your Tempest Double or the Dire version of it
Was it-
gives you magic damage.
Was it picked at the
and
major?
attack
Do you
range.
know?
No, I don't think.
Yes, our TC picked it once. He went
Oh,
Meteor
he-
Hammer. Mjolnir?
So. I think it was Meteor Midas Mjolnir. They tried it
Yeah,
against
just a
Dusa,
normal
I think.
build, yeah.
That didn't work.
Something like that. It did not
Yeah.
work, and they were way behind the Dusa, and yeah, he had no
Yeah.
chance to get to the fun stage of Arc. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess no one else understands the hero
Nope.
even, right?
And then another one was someone wanted to pick Clinks, and they were not using Tar Bomb on the buildings because the whole point of the game was to kill the buildings
Yeah.
as quickly as possible. I'm like, you're not using your W. And he like hovered over the tooltip for like a minute. And it was like,
Building. Oh,
I mean,
no.
like you were a pro. Do you enjoy this? Like it was never. I don't think we ever had a patch as big as this one.
Arguable.
Maybe 7-0,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever.
But
Yeah, arguable.
yeah, after Berlin,
before the major at least.
Boston
right?
Major, after
Yeah.
Boston Major was 7-0.
This is pretty much the first time that it hits right before
Yes,
the major,
that's
right?
Yeah.
Like, do you find it fun, enjoyable,
mean,
or do you think it maybe hurts the
I
competition?
mean, I'm not the one competing, but I would say with the state we were in with the last patch, I'm pretty sure everyone was like,
Just
give
give
me
it."
anything.
Yeah.
Like, just throw it at me. Because I'm pretty sure like the beauty of Dota is just that you just try to figure it out. Not just on your own, but like with your teammates. So especially I feel like for these teams, it's like a new challenge. They get to talk to each other and like, oh, I played in a pub and I saw, I don't know, Ramses played Medusa and it was on fucking crack. I couldn't kill it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, maybe if we pick Medusa, I want Caudal, Pugna, you know, like, woo.
What if we have like a DPC on one patch, and before every major, it's just, you know, slap every player, every team with
This
really
much of a
yeah,
change?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
For
That's a
what it's
rough one.
worth, given now that we can see most of the results for this event, the teams that were on top 2 months ago are still as good on this patch.
Yeah.
It's not like Liquid and Gaimin were thrown off by all these changes. If you're good at Dota, you're going to be good at most types of Dota.
Yeah.
Most types, I completely agree, and I think it's part of the game to have an adjustment period and to try and refigure it out, to try and break it again. It's like it's kind of like a puzzle in a way. Like you're trying to figure out what's the stupid stuff, what's broken, and what, how can you make it even more broken? I think what would be really cool is if they had, you know, a certain short time before a major tournament, and they threw that date out in advance. Then, you know, pro players then can kind of adjust their schedule and priorities, and probably that week is going to be really important to study and to come up with things and, you know, to become good, because I think it puts on a great show. Like as a non-spectator or as a non-competitor, sorry, but as a spectator, as somebody just watching the major right now, it's incredible, bro. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
I don't know what's happening. I don't know how it's developing. Like Tsunami said before, it's like
you screaming, watching the game and screaming.
my ego is like, oh yeah, the Chen stuff. I had the same, like this stuff every day for sure.
And then it gets wrecked.
And then you're like, oh okay, lost the lane, never touched again, and then you're like, this one, and you know, I love it as a spectator.
By the way, like we all love it, but until today we didn't have any. We were talking about that yesterday. We had 0 game-breaking bugs, but
So close.
it happens. You know, it's a small indie company. Something happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor Roshan just wanted to go home.
He just wanted to go, but they wouldn't let him. What happened? Like,
dude,
I didn't actually see the moment, so.
So this was Gaimin 9 Pandas Game 2, and we were watching the replay because I was in the production house, and ESL was like, do we like lean into this or do we like pretend it's not happening? They ended up leaning into it because it's way funnier to lean into it.
Yeah, they did not look the other way. I tell you
did
that.
not.
They were the camera kept going in the road like ha ha ha.
But like at the 5-minute mark, or no, it may have been like at the horn itself. Whatever it was, like the first day-night shift, he tried to go home from top left of the map to bottom right, and got stuck in the twin gate animation, and was not freed until an Underlord pit of malice him.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, I'll tell you, so it was when the horn blew, and the first notice that I think even the casters get of it is when 9 Pandas, like the Skyred dies on a trade on the off lane. He TP's top to kill the Underlord, and then he tries to take the twin gate back to bottom. Then he walks up the steps, gets bashed. And I could see it like almost on his face, but I'm just looking at the hero, right? He stops for a second, doesn't click anything. He's like, what? What? And then he's like, okay, I guess I go around and into the twin gate, you know? So he's just like, okay. And then like they forget about this Roshan too until later on in the game. And they go down to try and steal it. Like it's like 30 seconds before it's supposed to go to Dire, before it's night. They go into the Rosh pit, somebody pings it. And then I think it's this guy, right? He pings top, he's like, oh shit, you know, he's probably still up there. Yeah, but it's kind of game breaking because of the night and day and how you set up places and who has the outpost and whatnot. Even though in this game, I think it was 9 Pandas sitting on Dire, so it was actually their outpost they moved to.
Yeah.
But Gaming were ahead and they had already set up there. Yeah. So there was no way for them to do it. The only chance they had was to take it in those 20, 30 seconds. And because it wasn't where it was supposed to be, you could argue that it really influenced their chance, I mean, to come back kind of, because the game wasn't easy. Yeah. So and I think it's like one of the most major game bugs we've seen in Dota history on like an official game.
Would you have campaigned for a remake? Because
no, at this point, no.
Because I remember your the Fountain Hook documentary.
Yeah.
You were on board with it. You thought that, you know,
yeah, of course.
It takes skill to pull off a
strategy. But this is also different.
It is different.
This was known for years. This was just a feature of the game.
Yeah, that's true.
And if you really thought it was broken, practice. That's all I can say. And I still think Dota is like this. We're about breaking the game. I'm like, I know people get upset whenever I mention anything about OG.
They get very upset.
Yeah, of course. You know, haters gonna hate. But at the same time, I want to adopt, you know, that this is competition and things are written in the rules, or like if this is the way the rules are, then it's not. It's a feature.
Yeah.
You know, don't hate the player, hate the game.
I mean,
Yeah.
as a Meepo player, I can't really, you know, can't object anything. The hero was broken.
yeah, of
Yeah,
course,
it
bro.
was.
You know what you're talking about. Yeah, get that.
Easy MMR. What can I say?
Get on board, baby.
By the way, I saw your Brood games as well, so.
Yeah, well,
I
bro,
mean,
you're part of the club, whether you like it or
We
not.
all play dirty here. We're all Dota players. Like,
Yeah, I got a shower
I'm playing
after this.
Beastmaster right now. That hero seems kind of messed up.
yeah.
You have 50 mana cost on your access, so it's like anyone can play it and win the lane eventually because you just keep
Just
doing
spam.
this. Then you buy auras, which
Yeah.
are broken, or if you're against PL or you need to kind of own the game, you buy your drums of slum and you slum it up, and you become unkillable.
Slum it up, yeah.
That's how it is.
Slum it up,
Slum it up.
That hero is good. To people out there that want to win, you should play Beast.
Yeah.
Speaking of Beast too, I mean, Sai has really impressed me with his Beastmaster performance. I think he's setting the trend that's maybe
Is
not
he
just.
like one loss only or something like that, right? Or is it
Zero,
on-
zero or one,
loss?
I think.
I mean, I don't know. He is really like you can tell when somebody's really feeling a hero, and
Yeah.
they're so on top of it, like kind of like driving a car, or like driving a vehicle that you know in and out. You're not thinking about
It's
the
automatic.
maneuver. Everything is automatic. It's like
yeah.
it's like your legs, kind of.
Yeah.
I feel like Beastmaster and him is like him and his
Yeah.
legs. Like he is just walking when he's like playing. You know, it's so natural.
And you saw Liquid and the way they play around him, it feels like they just set him up for success. It looks like he's the carry.
Sai J, man, Sai J. What can you
Sai J,
do?
baby.
Just in
Yeah.
the chat.
Pretty the strongest.
The other thing that I feel like is nice about heroes is when you have options. And I feel like Zai is one of the best players at knowing which item build to go. And when you have different skill builds and different item builds for heroes depending on the situation, I think
Yeah, yeah.
that's also what is so cool about Dota with like shards and ags nowadays. You have so many different ways of what to do that if you're creative and smart enough,
Yeah.
depending on the situation, you can do anything.
But you have so many things to do in Dota
Yeah.
right now. Like
You have
overall.
every minute is
Every
something.
minute there's something. Do you even understand what's the most important? Like, what do you go for? The wisdom runes, I guess. That's.
I mean, I guess it depends what minute mark we're talking
'Cause,
about.
It does, but I'm wondering if you have an advantage. Like, let's say you're Radiant, you have an advantage. You take the enemy side of the map. For me, that feels like much harder to combat than before. Because you take over the map, like you're contesting their side, you're contesting the triangle, you're contesting the wisdom rune as well. Or is it the same like before?
No, but there's a weird thing going on. Like we had the Nine Pandas game, I want to say, or was it the OG game? It could have been the OG game. OG gave up one support, and it was at level 6 or 7. And I think the amount of gold that was gained from this one pretty low-level hero kill was still around 600-700. And if you do the math to how many neutral camps and creep waves you have to farm for this, and how many heroes are there killing this hero, it does feel like you cannot come back on farming and playing the map anymore. If one team is out there hunting, catching,
You
and
need to
killing
get kills, right?
you have to fight back. Like you have to do the same, or like one way or another, like trade the kills.
Yeah. Is that maybe why Oracle is also so popular? Oh,
Oh, what do we have here?
You remember what he did in Singapore?
Yeah. Brew Night.
Brew Night?
This is
Brew Night.
fantastic.
Brew Night.
Yeah. This is something that I.
Mention to people to go and watch on the social media.
This is on my social media. Yeah. It's a concept hero that I made.
Concept hero for Dota.
Concept hero.
Whoa now.
Here you go, everyone.
Hi, my friend.
It's a frog with a lance.
You came up with this in Singapore.
Yeah.
Wait, so
Look at
was it conceptualized or this statue existed in Singapore?
No. The statue didn't exist.
Actually, looks kind of base.
It's really nicely done, yeah.
I drew it on a piece of paper, but I'm trying to think of the skill set because I made a whole skill set for it too.
Wait, he has
I
a
don't
keg.
remember
What's
right
Okay,
now.
so he looks like he's a melee hero. I'm assuming from the
Oh,
sword.
it looks like some Monkey King type.
I mean,
he has
bro,
like a
that's
Halo
true.
sword.
This
I wish I could remember, but we're gonna have to pull up my socials if you want to get the skill set.
Brew Night. You were sold on the frog concept though.
yeah, bro. Just this
will
is
play
a
this hero.
Dota hero.
I'm
If I
into
can get
it.
immortalized in Dota, Ice Frog, if you're here, bro, look at it. It's kind of a frog, you know. Help.
Right here, baby.
Yeah.
I
Brew
mean,
Night.
if you remember the names of the heroes before, right? Like SF had one, like
Yeah, bring it back.
Antimage had it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Nevermore,
Yafes.
Magina.
Magina.
Yeah.
Yafes, that was so cool. Even I was like a school kid, and I think I once wanted to tell my parents about Yafes.
You wanted to tell them about. How do you even begin to tell your parents about Yafes?
I didn't, bro. I didn't. How do you even begin that? What? You know, shut up. No, you know.
So the mid lane.
I don't remember. It's a Shadow Fiend video, right? Or one of them.
Yeah,
They would have like highlight videos.
Perfect as shit or something.
Perfect as shit.
When I was like 12 years old and I would bicycle home from school,
Okay.
for like 3 weeks straight, I would put on the song,
Just for the
go home,
yeah.
and play Soul Stealer and Han, which is basically Shadow.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I could not get it out of my head.
But wait, were you more into Dota 1 or Han?
I think I played Dota 1 longer than Han.
Yeah.
But I played Han for almost, the beginning,
Yeah.
like the very beginning, until they started rapidly declining. Which was, yeah,
happens,
before
Sag.
TI2, like half a year before we started, kind of like dabbling a bit in Dota 2, and then we went all in around TI2. Yeah.
Yeah. So you do remember like electric songs as well. You
Yeah,
electric,
we are
right?
electric.
Like, yeah.
Me and
yeah.
Seb, we have this. It's the funniest stuff. We go into like Herald games sometimes, and then we put the electric on. We are electric, like Mrs. Range lasted. It's like this is the best.
There has to be good content.
I mean, it should be.
Yeah.
It should be. Like one of the BSJ videos as well. By the way, he's around as well. I saw him today. Was watching the game.
Yeah,
with
he's
him.
well, he was enlisted on the panel yesterday, and now Liquid has him doing some signing things.
Yeah.
A lot of the teams are getting into it. Like
Speaking of
Talk about
heralds, like
stuff.
we can talk about him as
About
well.
BSJ,
Yeah.
maybe Jenkins.
Yeah, but speaking of players that aren't heralds, like the rest of them that are left in the pool in the major, how do you feel? What
We're talking about unpicked heroes, or
No, I'm talking about players.
Game and
like,
yeah,
Panda's
yeah.
Liquid.
Yeah.
It's down to those three now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got 3 left.
Okay, well, Gaiman's guaranteed grand finals, as they have won the winners bracket finals and they eliminate or knocked down 9 Pandas. I love the Liquid players, but I don't want to see the same major grand final again. Even though it was Jab standing in, and yes, it would be cool to see what the real version of the matchup would be.
Oh, I want to see the real version, don't
I
you?
know, but when's the last time we had an Eastern European team in grand finals?
It's true, but after what I saw today, I want to say, like, I love their idea, their approach, 9 Pandas, but they dropped the ball so bad in the first game, and I'm like, Liquid's on this rise. I
Yeah.
love the Liquid guys, you know. I wish them the highest success. And then now you were also telling me this thing about Jabs. So it's like coming back to me, like
Right.
Yeah.
they were cheated last time so badly, and that's also why the last finals to me was like, you know, you can't take it too real. Now it's the real deal, you know. I really hope that you're gonna have 2 teams really put a show on, also for the sake of the patch and for the sake of the tournament. Like, so I also think it's gonna be Liquid because again, they're riding a wave right now, and ZyJ has never side J'd as much as ZyJ is side J'ing right now, man. I'm telling you. So I think it's gonna be epic, and I think it's gonna be Liquid versus 9 Panda.
Yeah.
That's my prediction.
I'm a Kiyotaka fan. I feel like
Yeah.
that kid is good.
Wait, before the
good.
Tinker or after the Tinker?
Before. I mean, before
okay.
I know that.
So then you were a depressed kid fan then.
Well, I don't like him because he's an ass. He's like Epileptic Kid 2.0, so it's not amazing. But he's kind of reformed, and the way he plays is honestly pretty sick. If they can win tomorrow, I think we're in for a good grand finals.
Okay.
But it's probably gonna be Liquid. I feel like they would put on perhaps a better show.
And for the sake of a crowd in Berlin, I also imagine that the crowd favorite would be more equally split between Gaiman and Liquid,
Yes.
as opposed to 9 Pandas Gaiman.
Yeah, I think it should be.
And like for me, I'm not really sure. Like I really like my Eastern European Slavs, right? Like
Yeah.
I just want to see Slav blood. Like when Steam Spirit was winning, man, that TI-10,
my God.
it was special for me.
Yeah, especially it was a cold period for your region.
Exactly, it was. So I really like to see some new faces as well from that region. Roger as well, but I also want to see a new face here on the podcast. So one of you who's closer to Herald should probably leave.
No, not
Thank
leave,
you
not
very
leave,
much.
not leave.
Not
Just
leave.
open the door. No,
just open the door.
Just open the door.
I can open the
Just
door.
do that.
He's
Just
over
open
here.
the door.
Yeah, nice.
Well, we just got a little more German in here.
Hey, Tsunami, hey.
Take a seat, my friend. Take a seat.
Guten Tag. Hey.
Sturm.
Guten Tag, guten
Guten Tag.
Welcome.
Dankeschön.
Bis morgen immer noch.
Willkommen or welcome.
Willkommen.
It's been a while.
Yeah,
It's so
it's been a while.
Wie geht's? Wie geht's?
Yeah,
so quiet.
we're in a hermetically sealed chamber right now.
I was standing outside for like the last 10 minutes or so. It's fucking loud out there, and in here it's like
And
the
it's
most
like-
chill room
yeah,
ever.
we're in-
Oh yeah.
It's a really cool setup here in Level Arena, right? Like it's a dome and
Yeah, damn. I didn't realize that it was loud.
You guys
outside.
actually got no idea what's
like,
happening
you
outside.
can
It's like
see the
constant
crowd
noise.
outside.
Dude,
Like,
people
you
are
can-
watching us
you can
out
see
there.
it.
What the hell?
Hello.
No, like honestly, like it's actually a way different feeling in here. It's like I don't know. This is like
Yeah.
the most chill place today.
Nice.
How you feeling, Store, man? Like, no, unfortunately, you didn't make it to the major, right? The DPC season was a little bit rough, but
yeah.
I saw you paneling here and there. The crowd is amazing. You're on your home turf.
Yeah, I mean, of course, glad to be here anyway. Like, always nice that the TOs still allow you to come and like give you the like premium access and everything, give you some chance to panel and everything. So, been enjoying myself quite a lot here since well, yesterday, and no, definitely having a good time. I mean, it's definitely like sometimes bitter when you see these teams walking in, you know, and you know like how it feels like to walk out that stage and go in front of your seats. So sometimes there's a little bit of jealousy, but then again, like there's good reason why. Like these teams are at the major, we just didn't manage the competition back then.
Yeah, I saw you in the VIP room. How was the food? Like I saw you. You get the guest pass. You go straight there for the food, for the drinks. Good.
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice, you know, having like all the backstage, like kind of feeling, you know, getting everything. So.
By the way, is everyone is everyone crowding you? You're German, right? The crowd must, like everyone knows you here, right?
It's all right. Like it could be worse. Like I think I'm not as famous as Maurice Gutmann.
It's just
like,
not just so humble, man. Tofu's probably the real god out there. He's probably getting sworn. He should be getting sworn.
Tofu probably on purpose doesn't go out, you know, like
Probably. It's just
as
like
a
he's
crowd.
hiding.
Full dodge.
His
full dodge.
parents are out there, though. I met,
yeah?
I met
Okay.
Tofu mom, I met Tofu brother. They're
Tof dad.
just as courteous and gorgeous as he is. I can see where he gets his genes from, but
His brother also.
His brother also.
Like, he's got the full family support.
I'm
actually.
telling you, the gang's all there, which is true for Liquid also. I remember we did one of the interviews with Liquid, and in Stockholm, they got knocked out in groups before they could go on stage, and for a primarily Swedish team, that was quite the bittersweet ending.
Yeah.
But now they're scratching the itch in top 3. It's a good way to show it.
Oh, I gotta give a shout out to ESL. I mean, I don't want to speak for you two as well, like, but having been working on backstage, I mean, this time around, it's been really nice, the treatment, and overall also the arena feel. I think the fans have been pretty nice today. A lot of guys who had a lot to drink at at 3 p.m. already, but other than that, it's been it's been a really cool experience being there.
I honestly can't remember the last event, if any, felt this big to me. Like
It feels real,
like-
real major vibes.
right?
Like,
Like, TIs for me, like look, you've been around the TIs for a way longer time. I've been only as talent, and it's been the last 2 TIs, right? Unfortunately, because of COVID, I was remote every single time.
Yeah.
But this felt, I went in and I'm like, holy hell, this is huge.
This feels even better than TI, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
This feels even better than the last TI. Yeah.
The arena is amazing. There's just so many people. It's packed, even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, ESL are kind of owning, I think, lately. When it comes to like production and starting on time, caring for the talent and everything.
Credit where credit's
Big ups.
due. I mean, I don't want to speak for you two, but my experience has been
Yeah,
wonderful.
I mean, I got the VIP badge, so I have to see these things.
Nah, it's like in the contract, you know, say the monkey bits and show, you know, then you're the same.
Shane gave me the badge, and
Tomorrow,
he was like, but
this
tonight,
badge is not working. Yeah.
no, it's like, you know.
The
I
thing
gotta
that I've
earn
been
it.
enjoying with this event specifically is that they wanted it to contrast with Dream League a little bit, because Dream League was also an ESL show, but they were intentionally trying to make it more personality-driven, more lighthearted, more side content and stuff like that, more funny, and kind of filling the void that Summit events had left, because no one was really doing those types of things. And then come to Major, they were like, okay, let's do the typical, everyone knows the real high-quality thing that we're known for. But then I'm again looking forward to Dream League 20 again, where we get to cut loose a little bit.
I'm not working the panels. I'm watching them, and I'm just smiling like 90% of the time. I'm loving them, and like Fade Beyond.
Yeah.
That addition to the panel
What
for
a
me,
surprise.
That's just such a nice guy.
it's
as well.
like
He's so nice and so passionate about the game
Yeah.
too.
I got a small chance to like talk to him backstage and like,
I
holy shit, that
fanboyed
guy
him
is
as
so
well,
humble.
yeah.
Actually, you know, I was like, oh shit. You know, getting that handshake, and he's like, StormStormer, a good player. He probably just said it because he felt like he had to, you know, but still, like, it wasn't-
no, you are.
He didn't say that to me. I'm not a good player. So
Tsunami, good talent. You know?
I tell you, this guy watches a lot of Dota, you know. I think he is like well informed about all the things that go on in the Division 1 and stuff.
Yeah.
That's the feeling I get, you know.
Maybe in Division 2 as well in Europe.
Yeah,
like,
potentially,
Maybe
potentially.
he's watching some
OG,
OG, yeah.
Of course, getting inspiration. there,
Probably,
bro.
Yeah,
No, but man, he is so nice.
KheZu, can you give me one? Kannst du mir einen geben, Bruder?
Ja, natürlich, Bruder.
Ja,
Welches?
Bruder.
Mit oder ohne Zucker?
Mein
Mit
Bruder,
Zucker,
Mann.
bitte.
Mit Zucker.
Mit Zucker.
Danke
so
schön.
German.
Alles klar, Brudi.
Man, we're in Berlin here. So, how much German do you know, Tsunami?
Oh, so I didn't get to say my line because I didn't open it, but I asked Maurice for a good way to introduce the stage as
here
I
we
walk
go.
in the Velodrome Arena for the first time. I was gonna say, Was geht Berlin?
Close. Was geht, Berlin?
Was geht
Was
Berlin?
geht?
That's good.
It's not too bad, I think. Was gate would be.
Was geht?
Yeah, no.
Small bilingual.
You're doing good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I
The effort is good.
I should have written
You
it
can
down
try again
phonetically.
tomorrow.
I'll do it tomorrow,
Yeah.
But
actually.
you need to have a beer in your hand.
Okay.
Chug it.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen
Chug,
everyone
chug.
been walking around with like the clear steins. They don't even have like glasses. They have like the mug
Yeah,
type
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Just for Germany, I think, because everyone's just used to holding a beer like that.
And every mug is, I believe, 0.5. The smallest
Yeah.
I've seen, right?
That's it.
Like it's something else.
You gotta get
But,
used to our tradition. You go
yeah.
to a German major,
yeah.
you be like a German.
Okay, of course.
Gotta drink that beer, bro.
Of course. I asked them just before you came in, by the way, about the new teams and.
No, I
but
wanted
not
to
the-
know your prediction.
Yeah, exactly.
Like who's gonna win? You mean?
Yeah, who's gonna win the lower bracket finals? Who's gonna win the grand, or like, yeah, be the biggest contender for grand finals?
So I think what Gaimin did against Pandas game 1 was really impressive. I think Pandas was owning first game, and then they strike back. Then again, what Pandas did looked really impressive until they fucked up. So it's hard to tell. And then game 2, of course, Gaimin, if I remember correctly, like they kind of ran away with it again. Like game 2 was more easy for them.
Yeah,
Pandas was
kind
not
of run
looking so
over.
good.
Yeah.
I guess Pandas had a chance to play the game, but it was more. You could feel Gaimin was gonna win that game. I think. So. With that being said, like I think Gaimin are still the favorites because they already proved they're really strong at playing from the front, like or how to say from with the advantage. And now they were super far behind and made a comeback. So you're looking into the team and you're getting kind of scared of it, maybe. Like,
A little bit.
looking-
I counted them out. Game 1. I for sure counted.
Yeah,
I thought they lost.
that's the thing. I also thought they lost, but they made the comeback. That's what I
Yes.
mean.
Yeah.
Like it's not easy to do, right? Like you see this. I don't remember. It was like a 10K lead or something, and they win
More.
this fight on
15,
like,
I think.
17, I
Yeah.
want to say. 15 or 17.
I don't know what happened there. Maybe also like Pandas just straight up really messed up or something. But
It was around this
so-
Roche fight, I think, in the bottom
It
right.
was,
corner.
and there was a buyback, I think, that mattered. But what was more important was the BKB usage, I think. The BKB
Yeah.
usage was
Yeah,
not good.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
3 major scenarios where, like, yeah.
So wait, you count GG stronger than Liquid right now? That's what you're saying?
I would say so. I mean, I think GG just looking hella strong still. Liquid is getting a lot of momentum and also looked really strong. I think
Yeah.
in all the last series. I think, I mean,
Better
this
and
last
better,
series was
right?
insanely dominant against EG at least. I mean, maybe not insanely dominant, but the entire game, I personally had the idea they're probably gonna win this one.
Yeah.
From draft, like I've always favored them more over EG. And the series before that, they also looked really good. So Liquid has some insane momentum right now. GG still has their insane momentum. They're once again doing a 2-0, 2-0, 2-0 upper bracket thing.
So I'm the only one hoping for my Slav boys still. Like I know there's a lot of bad blood with Ramses and stuff. But I don't know. I like it.
love
Honestly,
Ramses.
like
I love Ramses. Are you
right?
kidding me?
No. I don't mean you guys. Like
Oh,
in
yeah.
the tournament, there is
No,
some.
but honestly, if 9Panda make it there,
Yeah.
I still think that they're amazing competitor. Like, the idea that they came with today was really good. I think if you disrespect this team, you're going to lose.
Yeah.
If you disrespect anyone in the top 3 right now, you're going to lose. So it's not to count one team out either. I think that would be a huge mistake from Gaming Gladiators as well to start getting like on some high horse. Because today, I think they need to realize they lost game 1. Like, that was not in their control. I really think that...
Yeah, it was more like
shown, right?
Pandas lost it.
Yeah,
right?
Pandas dropped the ball.
Like
For
they
sure.
were there to take the chance though at that bottom tier
Yeah,
two
yeah,
fight.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
they knew this is like the chance to come back.
Yeah.
If we don't take this fight, if you take this fight, if we lose, we might lose. But you know this is the best chance, and they took it over.
And
So-
like now that we're mentioning them, I saw some Tiny on that mid lane. He was destroying faces like StormStormer on that mid lane. Like you played versus him in pubs. Did you? Like,
Kiyotaka, you mean?
Yeah.
Against Quinn Ember, right? Yeah, I was looking at that game. I was really like surprised that Quinn had such a tough time. I did not look at the early rotations of Antares on the Skyref Mage. Also helped a bit because Sky Mage against Ember can be a big nuisance for
It
the
was the
Ember,
first play. I don't know if you saw it. He got the toss back into tower.
That's why. Okay.
Yeah, and then it snowballed. So he got late 6 on Ember. He dies like 1 creep away from 6.
yeah.
Skyred gets in and stuff. Like it was
And then I think it's more honestly about the matchup because the matchup itself should not be insanely tiny fair, maybe a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah.
But like that toss back, you can just not allow that kind of stuff to happen. And Quinn knows it, but
Yeah.
mistakes happen.
Yeah,
So that basically happened. That's why he got the kill. Kiyotaka obviously abused in a good way. I remember his item build too. He went for this silver edge thing, which I was not sure about if I like it or not. But it was not the reason why they lost. It was just the thing I saw what he did.
But as a player, how do you feel about him? He's upcoming, right? Like he looks.
Yeah, he's looking really strong, of course, for sure. Like he's insanely skilled in terms of mechanics. So there's like a lot of mechanics you abuse on the mid lane, right? There's aggro pulling, there's like de-aggro pulling. There's also this trick you right click the enemy so you don't pull aggro for 3 seconds, and you go in, you get like 2 right clicks. A lot of details.
Are you keeping up with this, by the way? Like with all of this new Zoomer stuff or?
Yeah, bro. I mean, I'm trying to keep up with.
Yeah. That's what I
I
mean.
love your face expression. Though.
I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, like, I lost you at like the fourth, you know, the fourth thing you
okay,
mentioned. I'm like,
What I want to get to, the last mechanic he does is not so hard to get. But what he does so good on melee heroes is that he sits on top of the camera that you cannot click to deny or attack.
Okay, I see.
And he's like really good at continuously abusing that kind of stuff. So
Primal Beast players.
yeah, that kind of annoys shit on Timber. So I'm like playing my Tiny against Kiyotaka. I have 90 damage. He's playing Timber with like 70. But he's just sitting on the creep and I can't get denied. So he continuously does it. I'm like, fuck you, and I tip him, you know? Like,
That's a stupid play.
yeah.
he's super strong.
Speaking of tipping, are you a tipper as well, like they were today, or?
Nah.
Nah? You're the nice guy.
Clean boy.
Only if there's a guy that specifically like doesn't like me or some shit, or that talks shit to the last pub, something like that, you know. Like then I tip him. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Or I also love tipping post 4 plays to see my water runs. Actually, the best
Your
feeling in life.
your own, or the enemy post force?
No, enemy post 4s.
The enemy post.
Like for example, I think. No, actually, on Lima Major, I did tip C Smile. I did. I felt bad after that one though, because the crowd went silent. Lima. But I played against C Smile mid, and Matthew was playing really mid heavy, taking all the water runs, and then I killed C Smile. After that happened,
After
then I tipped C Smile or Matthew. I don't remember. But the crowd went super silent. I was like,
honestly,
I wanted to pause and say sorry.
That's a good tip. I think
It's a
that's a
good
good
tip. Yeah,
That's a
like
good
he's
one.
being helped
It's a
so
good
much.
tip. I think it's a good one.
I
Yeah.
mean, you get a kill after the enemy helps him out, you know.
Yes,
So,
yes.
it's
Tsunami,
not
do you
good.
think they're too nice, like these new age Zoomer mid laners? Where's the hype? Where's the I'm gonna dumpster you next time or
Not
on
just
LAN?
the
or-
mid laners. They keep making us do these pre-match interviews, like whenever both the teams walk onto the stage. Because I think
Say something mean to each other.
Yeah, exactly. It's because the one in Malaysia went so well was Saberlight versus Fishman.
Yeah.
But those people don't just grow on trees. Wait, so then how did?
Fishman, the preparation was so good.
What was it?
Fishman wants to do beef for Saberlight because Saberlight was a standard for us in Arlington Major.
Right.
They want to do some funny meme. Like in the beginning, he was going really rough. He wanted to say stuff like, fuck you, Saber. Sorry for the wording, but Saberlight, you're the reason why we lost Arlington Major and so on. You know? Like, you want to go really deep. But then at the end, it turned out to this thing, T has team suck in Malaysia.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
Wait, did he come up with that one?
Yeah, he came up with that one. Like himself.
Damn.
And then I think Saberlight was also stunned for a second. I was like, not sure. Like,
No, you know what I proposed today was to get Quinn and Ramses on like next to each other and not say a word, but just like
Look.
Yes, the MMA like weigh-in kind of thing or whatever.
And somebody brings like an elevator background, you know, behind them.
Yes.
I mean, like 10 seconds, and then you leave again.
I really think we need this. Like we need some beef. It just makes everything more interesting. Like it makes the storylines. Like everything is cooler.
but who was taken for the interview between Gaiman and Nine Pandas? I missed that one. Was it Quinn
didn't
and
see it
Ramses?
Actually, yeah.
Because that makes a lot of sense for that one. Because you don't.
I didn't see.
You also don't want to make fake beef. You know, you want to. You don't want to take freaking EG Matthew and make him say like,
Yeah, that's what happened.
You suck. You know?
They gave me Panda mind control. They're like the nicest people they could possibly
Right.
come up with.
Instead of flaming mind control, he said like, I
he was
respect
he's
you
a
so
legend.
much.
He's a legend.
He's
I
a
can't say anything.
Say something mean. He's a legend.
Oh, so good actually. Yeah, no, that was.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you cannot make nice people nice people. I think in those
See
moments.
that.
Yeah, by the way, this is as packed as I've seen this place. Like we have a really nice crowd.
wow,
I believe that very soon we should have. Yeah, we should have a Q&A as well, right? Like
Yeah.
so many of these guys. I'm looking forward to listening to their questions. But before that, like
I learned
KheZu.
something new yesterday
Yeah,
about
what-
Riz. Yeah.
yeah, like
Riz
I'm
is-
learning all the Zoomer
What,
stuff.
new words?
Do you know what Riz is, KheZu? Have
It's
you
like
heard
when
of
you're
it?
dripped out or some shit, isn't it? Like you have a lot of like style or something.
Tsunami, he's well
What is
educated
it?
on this.
Charisma? Or
Oh,
what?
there we go.
There you go.
That was, that was
Alright.
originally
Both one or the other.
That was the definition that I was originally told, but it's not necessarily like a one-to-one thing. The difference is there's a difference between game and Riz.
What's the difference?
What the hell's game?
What's
He's got game.
No, no,
Game and Riz are just like you know
Not game?
how you interact with the opposite sex. You
Which
know?
one do you have? Are you a game guy or a Riz
I'm
guy?
not a game guy.
He's
I'm
got
not a
both,
Riz
bro.
guy.
Come on.
I'm a
Wait,
nerd.
look at that beard.
He's a humble one.
But Riz is like unspoken. You just carry Riz. It's like an
you just
aura.
have it.
Yeah. But game is like what you spit game.
Ah,
So it's how
okay,
you
okay,
talk.
okay.
It's how you speak. It's how you win people over.
Yeah.
The more you know. Let's see if we can learn something new today.
I don't know,
hope so.
man. All my Riz went into Dota, I guess. Like,
What was the new nickname that we gave him? Or no, the one that Manon has for him? lizZard.
Yeah, lizZard.
Oh, right, the Riz.
Yeah, all the Riz, bro.
Yeah, I should change my nickname.
That's actually really good.
I mean, it's better than what I've got already. So.
This is the
Whatever,
razor
yeah.
god.
What's your nickname from StormStormer?
What's my nickname from?
Yeah, what was the story behind it?
It's just a dumb name. No.
Like, why are you StormStormer, but you've been spamming Invoker? What's up with that? Why didn't you spam Storm?
I mean, the name didn't come from Dota at all. It came in
okay.
Walker 3, and I needed a new nickname because my old nickname was something like Danny or something. That's my actual name, you know. And that account got frozen. Yeah, I mean, I was young and cute. I was 8, whatever. But stop laughing, Maurice.
What? It's just, no, it's just a real name. It's cute, bro. Danny. Come on,
Danny boy. Come on, Danny boy.
Sure. So I need a new name for Walker 3, and my brother and me, we love Star Wars. So I don't know, for some reason we came up with this combo name. So my name is StormStormer and his name is Troop Trooper. The combination is Stormtrooper.
bro.
Hey, I met your brother, right? At Vagas camp, he's
Yeah,
a
you did.
fitness coach or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Back then. Yeah.
That's him. So it's like a combo name. So yeah, now we got 2 brothers with 2 dumb names.
I was gonna say, it's like you screwed each other up, like, split it up, oh my god.
Yeah, I also remember like in the past, before Dota, I played like a little bit of StarCraft, like competitively.
Okay.
And there, like my name was too long to show up.
Wait. How old were you? Like 12?
Yeah, something like that. But like not big competitively. I didn't play like big stages of just some
Yeah,
online
yeah.
funny stuff. And some pro. And it was a tournament, and my name was too long to show up at the HUD at the HUD at top. And then the caster was like, yeah, this guy is named Storms. Random
applause for StormStormer.
It couldn't be my name. And then I figured like, oh, my name might be a little bit too long.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Like, speaking of strategy games, like I'm interested now. I played RTS Warcraft as well, right? Competed a bit. Like, does it feel the same, like Dota and the strat games? Because like when you're playing an RTS, those 15 minutes are intense. Like,
I think it feels way different. in
It's
my
a different experience,
Like,
right?
for
'Cause there's
sure.
like highs and lows,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a lot more than RTS, which has a much higher like because of the macro.
I would just mean like in terms of attention, you have to look at more things in an
That too.
RTS than compared to a MOBA. Like you have to look at different parts of the map. Maybe you have multiple battles going on. You have to produce units or some random stuff like that. In Dota, like you have to be super focused as well constantly, but you're also looking around the map a little bit, but not the same way. in my
wait.
opinion.
Are you telling me no one is alt-tabbing when they die anymore? Because I remember some players going on Facebook, hitting up girls on Instagram and stuff.
yeah.
Like, you know,
That's maybe Division 2.
like he dies, and on the camera you can see his face going white. you know?
Yeah, that's actually true.
Oh, that's
what I was
toxic. That's really toxic if you see that on like the official stream on guy's face going like this. Oh boy, this team is not gonna make it.
Team's already tilted.
Yeah, I believe that's no longer happening, right?
Now if you die, you have too many things to time. Time the wisdom room, time the freaking Tomato, time the Roshan, time the, I don't know, Roshan died here, so he will spawn and die next time. I don't
Maybe
know.
Roshan is just hitting the portal instead,
You
right?
never
Just
know.
Walking in. Like, do you like so many objectives in the new patch, or you're kind of like,
Me personally, I liked it. Or I mean, it still takes time to figure everything out, right? I just like that there's big changes.
Yeah.
That simple. Like, it's a lot more new objectives, and maybe people didn't figure out yet which are actual big objectives and which smaller ones, and people will not have this patch figured out in the next couple of months anyway. It'll take them much more time.
what's your
You see also these what are they called? The ones with the shard.
Tormentors.
Tormentors. Some of them sometimes they're left for quite long because people don't even want to go there to that part of the map. If you have an enchantress that solos it, might be
Kills your
good
Monkey
stuff.
King in the process.
Oh yeah, are we ready with the Q&A questions? Actually, we might have a
I
fan
believe
ready.
the Q&A should start any second now, so
Yeah, I
we
mean-
should have our first fan question.
Production
very
can
soon.
just shoot
Production.
over the camera and
Yeah.
interrupt us if they're ready.
They can
Hype.
interrupt us if.
I'm gonna squeeze in here.
You want to squeeze?
Yeah.
Or production can only use one camera at a
Unfortunate.
time.
Okay,
Yeah,
KheZu, it's time for your. It's your time for the leaner.
Yeah, we're
I think
comfortable
we're good.
here.
Yeah, you're looking very comfortable there. It's
Guys,
We're doing great.
I'm doing good. Yeah.
By the way, before we get to that, before we get the first question, can I just ask you what the hell is a tormentor? What is that cube? What's happening? I don't.
Cube? You still don't understand the Tormentor?
I mean, I understand it. I just don't see what it is. Is it just a box?
No, actually, I saw a picture today. You know,
The
you guys,
Dota 1
it's
Tormentor.
a Dota 1. It's a Dota 1 building. It's like the one that humans used to build.
Oh, the one for the items.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you. I'm saved.
Yeah.
Oh,
When
the
I saw that
cube.
picture, I was like,
that's
oh,
remembered all-
dude.
Maurice, you know the
That's the
German
one.
word for that building?
No.
Arcanes Gewölbe.
It was
Kanaske
Gewölbe.
Yeah,
Arcanes
Arcane
Gewölbe.
Vault in
Yeah,
English.
Arcane
yeah,
Vault.
yeah.
Yep.
But
Arcane Vault. Ah, Cool.
We do have a real fan with a real question now.
That makes
so
more sense.
Okay, okay.
Please.
I'm listening.
Gentlemen, my name's Chris. I'm from Manchester in the UK. Question for you guys. So at these tournaments, we're recently seeing, recent tournaments and in the past, we see a lot of stand-ins. Some of these have been really successful. So let's take Seb, with the team last year in Stockholm, and then this year, MC and KitTrack have done phenomenally well. So I wanted to ask, what do you guys think makes a good stand-in, one that can help you, actually win a tournament?
I mean, I think you should go for that because I don't know if he wants to give it away. Because you guys have had really good
There's
time
no
with your...
secret to it. It's a two-way street, right? You can't just.
Oh,
expect
he's
to
hiding
stand
it so well.
Yeah.
He has like a little
Yeah.
book about stand-ins, like how to pick and choose, every single
That's
lap.
right, I can see it.
He's already like saying,
He has a little book.
Stu and Misha are not going to make it. Yeah, I got to pick up my notes. I respect
It's
it.
all in astronomy, boys. It's the moon and stuff. No. There's no
Flower power.
flower power. Yeah. If the flower's yellow enough, that means good fortune.
That's the one.
No. But this is no secret to it. Like if you have a good system, if you have a good team, a stand-in can fit in, very well. And if both things align, if both things are good, magic can happen. Of course, it's very hard to win a tournament, which is usually why you don't see 5 random stacks just go to tournaments and win. You build a team, you build a routine, you build strategies, you do things together. Well, I think if you do one part really, really well, the other part can of course really help. But it's very hard for a stand-in to go into a team and start taking charge.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
usually not how it will ever work.
So it's more about the system put in place that allows new players
That
to
allows
go in,
good stand-ins
You
to
need a
succeed.
good structure and then...
Yeah, then good stand-ins can
and a
shine.
good stand-in, yeah.
If you have a good structure, but the stand is not for the challenge,
Yeah.
it's still gonna flop.
Storm and KheZu, did you guys ever stand in for a different team than the one you played in?
I didn't stand in, but I made experience with the stand-in.
Yeah.
And Sable I stood in for
he did really
Arlington
well for
last
you,
time.
yeah.
Like that was a really good example. Like we obviously had to look for a carry because Pure couldn't make it. In the end, we chose Saberlight, who's a +3 player. So actually, in the end, we decided to just take a player who we thought is just a really good person, has a good personality, who looks hyped, and can just bring good energy to the team. You're valuing things like you want to take a really good player that is mechanically skilled, that is like rank 1 of the leaderboards, or you maybe take a guy that is also decently good, and is a really cool guy. That's what he values above, and I think that just brings a lot of good vibes to the team. Because in general, when you go to a major and you have stand-ins, what is a positive effect of it is that the expectations get lower.
Yeah.
That you automatically have a more relieved state. You're already saying, we just do whatever we want. I want to have fun, which actually matters so much. You want to just, not overachieve. And having like a fifth guy who also follows that vibe can help so much, I feel.
It's good points. As like you said, if you have stand-ins come in, the atmosphere can also be lighter and so on. I don't know if we have...
I think we do, but before that, I need another smooth transition to say that on the Strafe app, you can keep track of all the highlights and also all the stand-ins, all the players. So you can keep track of the major. And
I love Strafe.
Strafe.com, Strafe app as well. So
check out some KitTrack KDA.
check out some KitTrack KDA as well. What about you, KheZu? By the way, do we go for another question or do you want to answer the stand-in one?
You can answer the standard one quickly.
Go.
I think to lead with Storm's point, you can maybe also... I feel like you could kind of see it with MC. I feel like sometimes you just get freed up. Also, when you are the stand-in yourself, where maybe in a team you're more like, I don't know, you pay more attention to the team dynamics, stuff like that. But sometimes I feel like you help your team more when you worry about yourself. Because you having a good performance on your own will ultimately, will help your team.
Of course.
You're going to have good net worth, you're going to lane well, you're going to build good items, whatever. And then the team stuff, I think it should come on its own.
Okay.
So when you're standing in for a team, I think that can help some players.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I can for sure agree with
Maybe
that.
feel a bit freer, right?
Yeah, with that team aspect, exactly, for sure. And what I think is also crucial to lead up to this point is that the 4 players who are in the team who have 1 stand-in, or OG has 3 stand-ins, the players should try to enable the
Yes,
stand-in,
for
not the
sure.
other way around.
Yeah.
It should not be that this
Or in
team
their-
is standing the stand-in, you should play like this or something. Let this guy be free, try
Yeah,
to
let him
adapt
do
to him
his
the
thing.
best way.
What happens when you have this case where you have more stand-ins than the normal team? It becomes a bit difficult, right?
You just got to do your thing.
You just do your thing. I mean, right? That's just that's just a case where actually 5 people just play their game.
Kind of, yeah, exactly. And no pressure, a new patch, I also think is in their favor.
You're just enjoying it, and that's it. Yeah. Thank you very much, Manchester.
Yo, thanks to
with-
Chris.
Yeah, let's go.
He's wearing my merch.
Oh my God, Chris, my boy!
Amazing.
Oh, man.
thank you, Manchester, for a really nice question. Yeah, like the stand-in.
The one thing I would add to that also is that I feel like many people are also underrating the fact that 9pandas does have a stand-in.
Yeah.
Because I asked
Actually true.
Ramses during their interview, it was about the expectation thing. He said that if they were playing with solo, he would be way more anxious because there's just so much more pressure.
It is kind of, it is honestly, I think it's so funny how the human brain works.
Yes.
Because you know about this. You've learned about it in the past, but in N0tail as well, in Korea, also KheZu. Like when you are in games and you lower your expectations, you just play better. Or you like, of course, some pressure can help. But I feel like if you overpressure yourself and you have expectations because you made it to an event before, you have made top one in the major, and you have these expectations again, you get more pressure. And it's so good to let this pressure settle a bit and just enjoy or focus on the, I know, your own performance and your fun, like your enjoyment of it. And for some reason, when you have a stand-in, it becomes so easy. Like,
You're a
it's
bit
much
more relaxed, right? Because you know, okay, this is not my final form, so I can relax, and then you maybe become even better than before. But it's Roger standing in for them, right?
Solo, yeah.
Yeah, like he is probably the best guy to have.
He's kind of owning a lot.
He's owning, and he's so chill. By the way, I think we have another question from from the fans.
Hello guys, name's
Hi.
Skit. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I want to comment firstly, Tsunami. I'm kind of shocked I don't see you in a fellow suit. What's up?
So I am actually very, very peeved right now. I did not know that I would be stage hosting, because originally for group stage and playoffs I was desk hosting, and it was day one of this event that they were like, oh, you'll also be stage hosting after the first few days of desk hosting. And so I ordered blazers, and they are set to be delivered on Monday.
Oh, no.
yeah, for the tiebreakers.
Yeah. I hope we have an infinite best of 5, and then I can whip out the new
You
suits.
can just switch every single game.
Yeah, exactly. Every game I come out with something new, and I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Alright.
But yes, I'm unfortunately not as rizzed out as I could be. Unfortunately, shame.
Unlucky, what can I say?
Unlucky, but I'm glad you noticed, though.
Yeah.
I love you anyway. Thank you so much for having me, guys.
Much love. Thanks for the question.
Thanks for coming.
Wait, is that the only question? Come
Yeah.
on. Okay,
None
I mean
of you
it's a
are
good one.
important.
Like,
Fashion matters.
yeah,
Brought
yeah.
up the Riz, come on.
Yeah, I mean, like out of all,
Full circle.
So you've been not real. By the way, you're looking great on the
He
panel
is
as
also.
well.
I
have
asked
to
him.
say, I have
He's
to
setting the
admit,
bar right now.
like considering all these players that come in on the panel, like so far, like, yeah, you all these players.
I tell you, first day I meet Peter in the morning, and he's like, "Oh shit, dude!" Oh, my God, 'cause he was like not dressed up for the
Yeah,
occasion.
yeah,
I was like, "Yeah."
When it comes to the rest of the panel, like, do you see anyone that dresses nicely? Like someone that has the most riz when it comes to the suits?
The
Maybe
most-
Cap?
The most risk, yeah, I would say Captain is
Yeah,
always
yeah,
got
of
super
course.
swag in the suit too. That's definitely an inspiration. Also, Shiver also like she has some really nice sneakers that she whips out sometimes. I like. I don't know, I have a sneaker addiction that I'm trying to suppress. Sometimes
not
when you see
helping.
like something that's really nice, you're like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, I need that.
you're like, you want to walk back into the store?
God, you want to.
Yeah. No, but some of the town they dress really well. You know, that's yeah.
I think we have time for a couple of extra questions as well from
Hey guys,
the crowd. Hi.
yeah, hi, I'm Benji. So my question is,
Hi, Benji.
we've seen a lot of like pro players doing talent work this event, like obviously StormStormer yourself and N0tail, you guys are two of the biggest examples, but also Faith Beyond and others like that. My question is, like, out of the current crop of players, who do you think is most likely to sort of become a talent in the future, and who do you think would be best at it?
Can I answer that immediately?
I know
Like,
who you're thinking
you know
of.
who I'm
I
gonna
know
say.
who-
Yeah.
yeah.
I have one.
Like I have one guy, and I'm worried for my job. Like N0tail, yeah, he can come in. I'm still gonna show my guns. I'll get work here and there. You know, it's fine. Like he has the knowledge, but he does.
What are you
He
worried
doesn't.
about?
Insania though.
Yep.
Like that dude
yeah.
is the full
Yeah,
goddamn package. Not only is he an amazing player, but
Yeah.
he's so damn eloquent, right? Like
Agreed.
Yeah, that's true. Every time he's on, it's also the voice. He's really soothing.
Yeah, he has a...
So soothing. He calms me down. My BPM starts like declining.
That's why Liquid cannot rage. You have this voice of your +5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like saying, I fucked up. And Mick is like, me too. Yeah. You know, like, how can you rage about that?
He's also one of the most self-deprecating pros that I've ever encountered.
Oh yeah.
He owns up to his mistakes like very much, like which
Yeah.
is what broke my heart about the whole Holy Locket situation during Dream League. Because I was like, man, that's another thing he's gonna have to live down. Because he will casually bring up the
felt that
gyrocopter
one.
pick. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But he brings up the gyrocopter pick like regularly because he knows that people love
Yeah.
memeing him about it, and he will like you and I first worked with him at a high-profile title event at TI10.
Yep.
Because Liquid didn't qualify for TI. And so he came on the panel and he was just like making fun of himself the whole time while also dropping knowledge bombs.
Yeah, just a testament to his character, right?
Exactly.
I
Are you
usually
playing
just
with
watch the Yules drop when I feel really down.
Oh, damn.
That's why Kyle became talent.
That's how you feel
That
better.
broke him.
always.
Like that was it. Like talent
you're
work
good.
from then on.
That was the easy way out of his pro career. I mean,
Into the talent career.
one pro I think would do very well is Saberlight.
Yes, he
Okay.
would.
Yeah.
I think
Is it because of the Riz?
He's the Riz. He's a good enough player. He's funny on camera. You know, like he's got the. He will just do some clowny stuff. He can say good things. He can joke around.
Yeah, you can joke
He's
around
got
in
the
like a suck it way, you know. Like he's not afraid to make to make funny jokes
I can
or
see it.
make tougher jokes, I guess, as well.
I mean, honestly, though, if Jenkins can do what he does, I think anyone can come on talent. Just kidding, Jenkins.
I really think what Jenkins is doing, like what Slacks is doing, that might be the
That's
hardest.
true.
Yeah,
In a way, yeah, it's a very special type of humor.
Yeah,
I
like,
mean,
you can't emulate that.
Slack is an alien,
Born
I'm
that way,
convinced.
Yeah, for sure.
But Jenkins' humor, I really appreciate. Like we saw on Reddit, I don't know if you saw the one with the look.
Oh, yes, I did see that one.
The look into the
I
camera.
think
that was good.
Jenkins and the Peter contrast has been my favorite part of this event.
That one was really good. They both played into it so well, and Ted too. Like you must know Aoi really well, right? Right, Peter?
Is that satisfying of an answer from us?
Yes, thank you guys.
Yeah. Did you think it's going to be Insania as well?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, of course.
That guy during
There
like
you go.
TI10 Grand Finals was amazing.
Yeah.
Hard agree on that one. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you very much for asking. Yeah. Yeah, like
Oh man,
I don't know if we have time for more. Maybe we have time for.
I don't know.
one or two.
I think there's one
we'll see.
last
Yeah.
one perhaps. And
One last question incoming, but
Um,
dude, you just have me thinking of Jenkins. Like he just ran into me today, and he was wearing lipstick and stuff.
Oh, yeah, black lipstick.
actually, eyeliner.
It was
Eyeliner,
That's
yeah.
the best part about it. That's right. It's like,
Do you
he was backstage sitting next to me and he was like biting into a donut or something. And the makeup lady is like, we gotta be freshen that up, you know?
Do you remember TI10 and his face?
Oh, yes,
Like the
Necrophos.
face? Yeah.
That was like a bit.
yeah.
That was a good bit.
It was
This
a
was
great
a good
bit.
bit,
shit.
yeah.
It was on TI of all events, and they were like, "Yeah, go for it."
He can do
Rob
it.
Penning
He's the
all
one
over
guy
your
that will do
face.
it.
No, I love that we can have, we can put on masks and we can, do these things, play these roles and like have fun with it.
We got a new one.
That's probably like what you guys are doing here. As
Hey
well.
man,
Hi man,
Hey.
good afternoon. Sorry, I'm the last question. So I really want to know if you guys have the chance to choose 5 players to win a TI from the whole period of Dota. Who are you gonna choose?
Holy.
so we're not choosing,
You can't choose yourself.
ourselves.
You
Obviously.
can't
We're
choose
doing-
one of your teammates.
Doing like a fantasy thing.
Yeah,
I am not part of a team.
Wait, from the whole Dota.
and your former teammates also.
Former teammates.
No, I mean that's gonna eliminate a lot of players.
Yeah, I'm
Exactly, that's what
Yeah,
I'm hoping
yeah.
for.
Okay.
I want the best. The
I'm
best that you
making a
never
dream
had.
team, a fantasy team. We're all making a fantasy team. We're like,
Okay.
okay, let's do it together. We all choose one player.
Sure.
Okay.
And let's go one to. No, I want to do one, and then we do maybe 5 like this.
Sure.
That's okay, because I'm gonna choose Fear.
As your
Position
carry.
1.
Fear carry.
Fear carry.
Okay.
Prime Fear carry.
What's the justification for this?
Dude, he was my inspiration, right? I only started playing carry in OG because of Fear and what I saw EG do. Their model and like their way of viewing Dota was the inspiration for me to find Miracle and want to play like Fear. So his Brewmaster, his Beastmaster, and also his carry heroes was what started OG kind of, like the OG mentality 2016. Or monkey business, I should say.
Yeah. I mean,
Fear?
if he's gonna go with Fear, I'm gonna go with the Slav boy. I'm gonna go with Dandy on mid lane.
Okay.
That is Bugatti.
Hey, we're getting into some good stuff
I
right
mean,
now.
come on. I think that guy influenced Dota almost more than anyone else. So like he's like in all the Balkans, in all the Slavic lands, like when he was playing, they would all chant his name.
Legend,
Literally.
of
He's
course.
just a legend. As simple as that. Yeah.
Okay.
And offlaner for an offlaner. Let's go.
We might have some language issues on this team.
Don't worry
Okay.
about it.
Faith
I
Beyond.
think it's Faith Beyond or Collapse for me, I think. These two, like in their prime, when they're really good,
yeah.
I feel like they're just
Both really good choices.
like they just do some shit that other like it's just like they see something, bam, they go.
Yeah.
But
They're
they're
like
two different, don't you think? Faith Beyond is the best boomer
Yeah.
China offlaner, and Collapse is like the zoomer.
Yeah.
It's like some
Like the new
super
age.
zoomer, new age offlaner. He like freaks me out when I see him sometimes.
I mean, like Collapse, he just does some stuff. It's like you know that there's not much. Or like he doesn't have to think. Like he sees, he does.
Yeah.
He knows an item is good, he goes for it. It's just sick.
Position 4, Storm.
So if it's collapse, I would have somebody who could actually fit with the language idea.
Okay.
But I mean, I would just want teammate Katomi, and obviously like he's
I know
not too
teammates.
known. No teammates.
Fire, get him out of here.
I can also do teammate. Okay.
You're done.
And I had a second
Tsunami,
option.
choose
I had a
for him.
second option.
Yes.
No, I had a second because I
Yes,
didn't
yes.
know if that was allowed.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
always thought
go.
it was second one. Tofu.
All right.
Super chill guy, very
good,
humble.
That's very good.
He's German.
His team is
Yeah,
already
his team-
winning.
His team going crazy. You took a lot of veterans right now. I guess Collapse not so much, but Dandy, Fear.
Yeah.
So I think
Tsunami.
let's get some fresh blood in there, you know?
Yeah.
5. Quickly.
Say yourself.
You're on the spot, Tsunami. Come on.
plus
Come on.
pretty
You
good.
got this.
Oh, the sweat is breaking
So I
out.
wanted to, if I wanted to do 4 because I wanted FY. I feel like FY.
He can be 5.
He can be
He
5. He can
five
roll
as
swap.
well.
He can play Rubik 5.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's honestly what came to mind. I'm going with.
Now
F5
we're
for
talking
this
about some language issues.
Ah, don't worry. I mean, if Sumail can handle it on Aster,
Yeah.
we're all good.
Who's the 5?
FY.
FY will play 5.
We got a lot of languages. Let's
Yeah,
go.
well,
Yeah, it's all good. It's
It's
all
a good
good.
team. They'll win.
Yeah, I think it's a good team.
They just
It's a
ping.
really good team.
Yeah.
They just ping, you know?
Is it satisfactory?
I
like
mean,
our
we have
answer?
3 Aegises on this answer, though.
It's really good. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Nice
Thank
question. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, because you had Dendy, you had Collapse or
Sure.
Faith Beyond,
Yeah,
both
either
have
way,
Aegises, and you had Fear. So at least we have 2 non-TI winners in our dream team lineup.
Oh, FY non-TI. Oh, that's
I
sad.
know. See, that's
Believe it.
why. That's why.
That's a sad one.
That's
yeah.
why you thought about him.
That's why I thought about him.
That's why you didn't take Tsunami.
Yeah, exactly. Because I know I'm going to get TI 17. Me and Tofu.
Dude, if you get TI 17, like, holy shit, I don't know, like, you got my respect, buddy.
Like, if you're watching the major, these players, most of them aren't still playing, right? Like, you can check out who is playing, though, on the Strafe app or
Let's go
on
Strafe.
strafe.com. So let's go Strafe. Like, you can hang out there and just look at all the results as well, all the highlights. But I believe that was the last question. And with that, slowly, we should...
Oh, it was wonderful. Wonderful FAQ again. Mind expanding, thought inspiring.
No new words, though, this time around.
No new rizzes.
No new rizzes.
Yeah.
But I want to, in my name, I want to thank everyone for coming, for
Yeah,
chilling
thanks
with
everyone
us.
for coming.
Yeah, it was...
Thank you.
I just love this. The arena...
Thank you, Maurice.
KheZu,
Yeah.
man. Thank you.
KheZu gut, man. KheZu
KheZu gut, man.
I can.
Danny,
Thank you,
Danny.
Tsunami.
It's been a pleasure. I'm glad that you guys are doing this whole thing because I asked when your first set of live shows was at Stockholm, or did you start
Yeah,
doing it?
that was the first one.
So it's almost like the 1-year anniversary of you guys doing these. It's been great. I'm glad that you guys are keeping up this initiative. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it definitely makes the scene better even. Like, it makes everything cozier. Like, you can see everyone from the major is around. Not everyone, obviously.
A lot of
venue is a
people.
little bit smaller, but a lot of people are here, chilling, enjoying themselves, talking to each other,
a
spreading
nice
the Dota
option.
love. Yeah, it's a nice culture that OG is definitely bringing to the table again. So thank you for that.
Yeah, of course. We're trying to reinvest time and money and effort into Dota scene to create like the full package experience. And like along the way, we learn a tournament feels nicer when certain things are there. You know, like a good after show or one way to round off the stream or whatever, and like get some insights and create some more background knowledge, story, inside jokes, and all these things. So we're trying. So I'm happy that you guys like it. That's nice.
Yeah, appreciate it sincerely.
Thank you all for coming.
Yeah,
And
thank
with
you
that,
all for coming.
to the
Thanks
crowd as
everyone
well.
here.
Thank
for
you,
coming.
everyone.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks
That's
for
the second episode of OG Monkey Business Show. Thank you.
Very good.